HarperCollins presents Overspill by Charlotte Paradise, read by Victoria Morrison. For all those trying to grow around the grief. A door slams at the bottom of the ocean. Chapter 1. The box of tampons is blue and green, strong colours that pity the pinks and purples of sanitary towels. To Sarah, these tools are for the strong ones who don't think twice about using them, the worthy ones. Sarah scowls at the cardboard shell on the edge of the sink, pretending to be more determined than terrified. The memory of her last attempt 12 years ago itches at her. It had ended in a 45-minute crying fit, a mouth numb from ice cream, and a vow never to try again for fear of dying. She woke up an hour ago, brushed her fingers over the warm spot between her legs, and found the wet and red she went in search of. The impending cycle was the reason that her leggings were black, and the disappointment that her sheets were white. 25 years old, 13 years of bleeding, her 154th-ish period, and it's still something she fails to embrace. This time will be different, though. She has a job, rents a flat, has insurance for God's sake. She can use a tampon. She flicks the mirrored cabinet shut. Her housemate's plaque, or toothpaste, or pus from spots fleck the glass like it's being chipped at. But Sarah won't ask her to clean it. She notices the grey tinge around the stud in her nose, and it reminds her to invest in a more expensive one before her whole nose turns blue. Within, a pressure taunts her with "Don't you dare back downs" and "Get over yourself, you're pathetics." It doesn't match the calmness of her reflection. She'd always felt split, warm yet cold, kind yet judgmental, shy yet daring. Switches. She is made of switches, and she doesn't know what turns what on. A fist clenches her womb, and she squeezes her eyes shut, tries to breathe. Taking the box to the toilet, she thinks about how a menstrual cup is the primary goal, an escape from that sour, vinegary smell of her period pants, and the rustling, unsustainable pad she wears when the pants are drying. But she can't jump straight there after a life of sanitary towels and strictly no penetration. She is aware this tampon midpoint doesn't feel much less scary than the cup itself. As she exposes herself to the toilet water, she imagines a finger, a dick. How much bigger than a tampon they are, ignoring the fact that they might be her more honest goals. Sarah reaches behind her for the always obliging distraction of her phone. She finds she's accidentally flicked to the camera, which points directly at her knickers and the used pad between her thighs. Her blood, her thick pants and hairy legs are starker, redder, more revolting when framed by the black of her phone. She feels watched. Don't you dare back down. Get over yourself. You're pathetic. She drops her phone on the floor, rips off the bloodied pad, and rolls it into a snug toilet paper parcel. Disgust grasps her as she wonders if the blood tastes the same as her broken lips or the insides of her cheeks. Pulling the amalgamation of plastic, cotton, and God knows what else out of the tampon wrapper, she tells herself it's not so big, but is still horrified by the size. The wrapper is off, her knickers at her feet, and her knees spread as wide as she can get them. She wiggles the tampon between her fingers, like a non-smoker trying to act like one. It smells of baby powder. The plastic applicator is cold against her as she fumbles it around to find her vagina, which she forgets is there, despite it seeming always to be in the way. Vagina. The place that brings pleasure and regret, debate and jokes, connection and destruction. Right now, it is the place Sarah must conquer to become a strong, successful person who has triumphed with her body. She pushes against her flesh and enters tentatively, reminding herself to press deeper than the last time to avoid dragging pain. Steering the tampon slightly in the direction of her belly button,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?